Welcome back, guys. What a week that was. Where do I even start? Okay, so the game. Maybe you wanna hear about it. I'm planning it to be a first-person exploration game with heavy emphasis on upgrading your character. The game will be low poly as I wouldn't be able to pull out something requiring more skill. Talking about skills, here is my skill tree. Well, early prototype of it to be precise. At first, I started creating it with pen and paper, but I've changed my mind since little stick notes give more freedom. And I need freedom, because I'll probably change my decisions multiple times in the process. Now, let's briefly look at my Blender progress. Or rather, complete lack of it. Well, I learned how to use a couple modifiers and use them to create some low poly trees. I also started doing this weird skeleton chest-like plant, but it's work in progress, I guess. When I realized that I know nothing about animation and character rigging in Blender, I decided to find and follow tutorial on YouTube. After creating this doggo mesh, I started making it skeleton. And I must tell you, it was easier than I thought, yet crucial mistake was made. I didn't name the bones. So to fix that problem, I did nothing. Thanks to that careless behavior, I had trouble finding the right bone names while setting up the inverse kinematics. Finally, my first rig ever was complete. It turned out that the animating process is very simple as well. I made this basic animation and was done with Blender, at least for now. How about Unity, you might ask? Well, I tell you what about Unity. But first, a quick break for our Oh, what? What do you mean we don't have a sponsor? That's weird. And we're back! This week I watched some Brackeys tutorials on shader graph. Totally recommend this guy, by the way. Those dissolve and cartoon water effects were made following the tutorial. I also played a bit with Perlin noise myself. I wanted to create simple terrain generator, where you can randomly create terrain mesh and color by height and all that stuff, but it looked a bit odd. After a fair amount of thinking, I realized that the default Unity plane mesh has a very small amount of details. I quickly created the new one in Blender and it was working just right. Later, when I showed it to my girlfriend, she played a bit with colors and height and she created this cool water effect. Besides shaders, I also tried to make gravity simulation for multiple game objects. When I was testing different values for mass and gravity scale, an interesting idea for a minigame has slipped into my mind. In this game, you are a friendly black hole, and your objective is to save Earth from incoming meteors. I made it in under 2 hours, so it's not super polished, but it could turn out to be a fun mobile minigame. Tell me what do you think about it in the comments below. And last, but not least, I set up Unity Scene to be the place for all the testing for my first in the game. After adding some trees and grass that I made earlier, it's ready to the action. And action will happen in this week. This leads us to objectives for following week. I'm going to model, and one more time model, and also watch some low poly tutorials on YouTube. I'm gonna start creating and testing game mechanics for my game, and also work on my skill tree and try to create in-game economy for the XP and all that stuff. So that would be all. If you liked it, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. If you have any advices or words of critique for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching. to the next time.